in with another one of the entertainers who are going to be playing. Oh, look at that. There he is. We're
Gotta make a
looking
good
at
entrance.
Ridiculous Nicholas. How are you, Nicholas?
Pretty good. How are you, Steve?
Good. You're playing the Mutiny on the Moshulu. Let me get that info up here quickly. It is at the Moshulu, June 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. Tickets are available at maxfund.com. Benefits Max Fund, which provides a centralized fund that all of the animal charities in the tri-state area can pull off of. And when I say this guy here, this ridiculous Nicholas jumped in at the last moment. We had a gentleman who is in his, who originally was going to be up on the roster, and he broke his knee. Nicholas stepped right up, and thank you so much. A and
Beautiful.
B, going through your website here, you are the epitome of a Renaissance man. You
Hey,
are a
man,
one man circus. Is that insulting, or is that okay to say that?
I do stuff. That's
You
that's what
do
I say.
stuff.
I
Jesus,
do
you do a lot.
things. I do a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. What amazes me is we were just talking, and you, Nicholas, you have a degree in biology, correct?
I do. That is correct.
And you were teaching biology, were you not?
I do. I have a current show where I teach kids biology through the juggling and the different tricks and stuff. Like I have an idea with like teaching metamorphosis where I get in like a sleeping bag and that's my chrysalis, and then I come out with like these dumb butterfly wings. So I got a bunch of like crazy ideas out there. But I want to teach kids the joys of biology and having fun, because I've always learned in school like I couldn't learn things from professors who were monotone and just read off a slide, but I did learn things from professors who had fun with me.
Yeah, no, I think I mean, listen, you got it all over Mr. Science because that dude can't juggle, and he has, I don't know about his biology degree, but we're looking at some of the stuff you do, fire performing, you do hosting, you do mime, you
Yep.
teach juggling. You're going to be at the Mutiny, and you're going to be doing some of your many skills there, which we can't thank you enough for. But we wanted to make sure we got the word out about you. So I got to ask a few questions, doing some research on you. It says here that you are a world caliber, world record holder in the sport of footbag, which I'm
That's
completely
that is
unfamiliar
true.
with. What is footbag?
So it's hacky sack basically, but
Ah,
it's like
okay.
you've heard of hacky sack. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, it's like extreme. It's hard to describe, but it's like extreme hacky sack.
So,
You're
so
kind of
it, it
stalling the bag on your feet. You're going around it with your legs. You're sending it over your head, and you're catching it behind your back on the other side and whatnot. So I've been involved with that sport for about like 12 years now, and my mentor Alex Zerby just got inducted into the Hacky Sack Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool. So
well,
big
let me
shout out to
ask you.
Zerby.
Well, it says here you hold 5 world records. One of the best players in the entire world. That ain't too shabby either.
I think it's 6. I messed up and said 5, but I'll shoot my I'll go under. Like I'll cut myself under. But
It's very modest. It's very
yeah,
modest of you. That's very cool.
it's just different tricks that I've come and like I've kind of pushed the envelope a little bit with certain tricks in the hacky sack world.
Well, I got to tell you, I mean, this kind of stuff, this sort of, and again, I've all of the performers have talked to them, and it's a pleasure to talk to you now. I love this kind of stuff. I love this street performance. I love this. Obviously, you as we see down in the website, you're juggling and on a unicycle and all that other stuff. So there's this physicality, and everyone has a different take on what they refer to, whether it's sideshow performance, performance art, circus
Yeah.
performance. But it is. I can tell you this, Nicholas, having done the Mutiny, which is the flagship charity event for Max Fund, and having these entertainers come out, people are in awe when they see it up close, when they see it in person. We get used to seeing it on
Definitely, yeah.
television, right? Were you drawn to these entertainers as a kid, and that's why you got into it?
Yeah, well, it's funny because I got into the hacky sack thing first, and then I got inducted into like this. It's almost like a Hall of Fame, but it's like the most elite players in the world get inducted into this thing, and I got inducted, and that was my goal. It's called BAP, Big Ad Posse. But as soon as I finished my goal, I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do now because it's like a blank slate in my life. I had like this whole new book to write. So I actually kind of got injured playing hacky sack, and I messed my knee up. I had like a maltracked knee. So then I
Okay.
got into contact juggling, and I spent a lot of my time contact juggling since I couldn't play hacky sack or footbag anymore. And ever since then, I like accidentally joined a circus in Lancaster, and that's all she wrote. It's
No, I
game
mean,
over.
I
Do it.
get that. Once you get bitten, so I did stand up for a long time. We get to
Right.
perform on the show every morning. Once you get that, you get the audience feedback, and you're in the best situation. You see right there them respond. You see
Yeah.
them, smiling, and you get the applause. You have a stand up comedian sensibility. All the so many comments about how funny you are when you're doing the performance, which means a lot. Is that you do stand up as well? Correct.
I do a little bit of stand up too. I hit up the POV in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, at the Phantom Power. I
Okay.
haven't gone for the last couple weeks because I've been like moving to a new place. So I just finished up my move to the new place, and I'm gonna hit up some stand up open mics again pretty soon. I have a bunch of jokes that I've written. I just need to that's the best part about stand open mic. You can just test them out.
Yeah, you don't. And also, one thing I used to when I did stand up, which we used to have prop comedians or people who come in and do a whole bunch of stuff, and they'd have to bring these cases of things and set up. And
Right.
when you're just a comedian, you walk in and hold the mic, and that's pretty much it. So,
It's kind
but
of nice compared to what I've been doing because I
right.
carry a giant trunk to my show with like two other trunks, and then I just like have to set everything up. But
So one thing I want to say is that, and I've said this before to the other entertainers, is the truth of the matter is that this is a perfect thing to look into for a corporate event, for any sort of event, for any dinner. I mean, I'm sure you do all sorts of things, and people are always kind of saying, "Well, I
I've
don't
done a
know, how do
lot.
we make this one pop? How do we make this one stand out?" Well, you're looking
Right.
at Nicholas's range of capabilities here, which are formidable. I'll actually see if I'll hit this video here and start it going. And so ultimately,
This was with Delaware Cadillac. This was a fun one.
oh, cool, cool. And so you've done some commercial work as well.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, listen, all this stuff is great, and people should take heed of this because if you're looking for something, you're having some sort of gathering, some sort of event. Have you guys? Do you do weddings and things of that nature as well?
If you look up, if you scroll up just a tad on did you see the weddings right underneath the science guy right there?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There we
Yeah.
go. Boom.
So a friend of mine who found me through the like just hiring entertainers, he started hiring me as a mime and there's a funny story with that. So he and his friends were sitting around and they were like, "Yo, we got to hire someone for Jordan's birthday party." And they were like, "We should hire like a flute player because that'd be funny." And they were like smoking a bong at the time and just like hanging
Right.
out. And
Yeah.
then the other guy is like, "Yo, if we hired a mime, my mind would blow. If someone hired a mime for my birthday." And they were like, "Oh, that's hilarious." And they found me
Right.
online. They were like, "Yo, we had this like idea where we wanted to hire a mime for this dude's birthday." And then it just kind of he hired me for his wedding after that, and he's been hiring me for like he's crazy, he's awesome, but he hired me for an Eagles tailgate game. So I actually traveled to an Eagles tailgate and
Why the
just
hell
was a
not?
mime just
Yeah.
hanging out in like a hurricane last year, which was just bizarre.
No, listen, that's the cool part of it. You can bring all this stuff, and again, I tell people, come down. Listen, obviously, the event is Thursday from 6 to 9, but the ridiculous Nicholas will transcend that one event. You can catch some of them down there, but obviously, the key is when you have something coming up in your life, whether it be for business or social or getting together with friends. This seems really very cool and a great way to, as I said before, to put a different spin on what you're doing. What's the best way to get a hold of you, Nicholas? Is it just this contact
um
information at the bottom here?
Either my website, yeah, my contact information. You can check out my Instagram and TikTok, both at That's Ridiculous Nicholas. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, there's three good ways to get a hold of me. The
All right. All
website,
right. Cool.
the website has everything though.
All right. Excellent. So it is nickpolini.com, correct? And
Correct.
it's up here. You can see my little thingy there. So, yeah. So all the information is available in the links at PrestonSteve.com and MaxFun.com. Listen, you're awesome. You're just a whole bunch of you're an
Thank you.
entertainment hand grenade, if I may. So,
Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
you
May I
like
use
that?
that? May
Yeah,
I use that?
absolutely use that.
All right. Let me
We're looking
copy.
forward to it on Thursday night, and of course, here's to continued success to you, man. And I think I'm going to
Thank
try
you.
to break out the hacky sack and see if I can get in the Guinness Book of World Records as well.
You're
So
never
I
too
doubt it
old,
though.
man. Never too
Oh,
old
I'm
for a
too old.
hacky sack.
All right, man. I appreciate it, Nicholas. We'll see you on Thursday
Appreciate it.
and continue good luck. All right. Good
Yeah.
success, I should
Thanks a
say.
lot. See you
All
then.
right. Have a good one. Bye bye.